Good evening and welcome to News 24. This is Tamima Islam with the top news of the day. COVID-19 infections are still on the rise. More than 506,000 people have been found infected throughout the world in one day. 11,602 more people have lost their lives. In the country, a maximum of 7,626 patients have been identified in one day with corona. For 4 days in a row, over 7,000 people have been identified in corona in the country. In the last 24 hours, 63 more people have died in corona. This information was given in the regular press release of the Health Department on Wednesday. Meanwhile, expressing concern over the corona situation, Health Minister Zahid Malik said healthcare providers are struggling to assist patients due to high pressure from an influx of patients. Many are not even getting health care in the hospitals. The Health Minister said this in the virtual program on Wednesday morning. Corona infections and deaths are breaking records in the country almost every day. In this situation, the government imposed strict restrictions, but on the third day, public transport has been launched in the city corporation areas from Wednesday. Common people claim that hygiene rules are not being maintained. Meanwhile, drivers have staged protests in different parts of the capital, demanding that all types of ride-sharing, including motorcycles, be continued. Besides this, the law enforcement agencies have continued various campaigns, including mask awareness programs to raise public awareness. Awami League General Secretary Ubaidul Qadir has said that the extremist communal force Hifazat-e-Islam, which has been wreaking havoc on the peace in the country, has crossed all levels of tolerance. The present government is committed to protecting the people. Awami League Joint Secretary General Mahbub Alum Hanif said all injuries will be accounted for and no one will be spared. He said BNP Jamaat Hifazat are carrying out terrorist activities in the name of religion by burning and vandalizing all over the country. Security forces resume firing on anti-coup protesters in Myanmar. At least 6 protesters were killed. Besides, several others were injured. In addition, a Chinese-owned factory in Yangon was set on fire and activists burned Chinese flags. Anti-coup protests were seen on the streets of different cities during the day as well as at night on Tuesday. Anti-coup protests continued on Wednesday. At least 580 protesters have been killed so far in anti-military protests, according to local human rights groups. Russia, meanwhile, has warned that sanctions against Myanmar's military could push it to the brink of civil war. The government is uncoordinated, unplanned, short-sighted and ignorant in dealing with the second wave of COVID. BNP Organizing Secretary 7Apr. Saleh Prince said neither lockdown nor ban was being implemented at the field level due to government mismanagement. The party held a press conference at the BNP's party office in Noyapolton on Wednesday as common people were suffering due to unplanned lockdown by the government. Meanwhile, Saleh Prince said that the picture of lockdown not being implemented in any way can be clearly seen when observing the suffering of passengers on the road. The BNP leader claimed that patients were being deprived of medical services due to lack of hospital beds and ICUs. That's all the news for today. Thank you for watching News 24. Please stay with us.